Welcome to Lights Gone On, with David inviting you into a tribute space where remarkable lives are remembered with honor and warmth. This channel shines a light on iconic figures from film, music, sports, and culture whose presence shaped generations. Through each story, we celebrate their impact, cherish their memory, and keep the spirit of their legacy glowing for years to come. 15 years ago this week, country music marked the passing of Ferlin Husky at the age of 85. For many listeners, his songs weren't just recordings. They felt like quiet conversations. His voice carried a softness and sincerity that made people stop and truly listen, as if he was speaking directly to them through every lyric. Songs that became companions. In the 1950s and 1960s, Husky delivered memorable hits like Gone and Wings of a Dove. These songs resonated because they were filled with emotion that felt real and unforced. He had a way of turning simple storytelling into something deeply relatable, creating music that stayed with listeners long after it ended. A style that shaped country music, Husky helped bridge traditional country sounds with a smoother, more expressive approach. This blend not only expanded his audience, but also influenced the direction of the genre itself. His contribution was recognized with an induction into the Country Music Hall of Fame, marking his lasting place in music history, a legacy that still lingers. Even years after his passing, his recordings continue to carry warmth and meaning. Ferlin Husky is remembered not just for his success, but for the emotional honesty he brought to his music. His songs remain a comforting presence for those who still listen today. Glynis Johns was born on October 5th, 1923, and went on to become a celebrated British actress with a career that spanned many decades. From an early age, she showed a natural talent for performance, eventually building a name for herself in film, television, and theatre. Her distinctive voice and expressive acting style made her stand out in every role she played. Memorable film work, one of her most loved performances came in Mary Poppins, where she played Mrs. Banks. Her role brought warmth, humour, and charm to the film, along with the memorable song, Sister Suffragette. She also earned critical praise for her work in The Sundowners, which led to an Academy Award nomination, highlighting her ability to portray both strength and emotional depth with ease. Versatility and stage presence beyond film, Johns was equally successful on stage and television. She moved effortlessly between comedy and drama, always delivering performances filled with sincerity and intelligence. Her natural presence and dedication to her craft made her a respected figure in the entertainment world. Legacy Glynis Johns lived to the age of 100, leaving behind a rich legacy of work that continues to be admired. She is remembered for her timeless talent, versatility, and the lasting impact she made on generations of audiences. James Van Der Beek, born on March 8, 1977, became a familiar face in late 90s television. He rose to fame through his role in Dawson's Creek, where his portrayal of Dawson Leary connected deeply with young audiences. His performance felt honest and emotional, helping define a generation of teen storytelling on screen. Career and cultural impact. The show didn't just make him a star, it made him part of a larger cultural moment. Alongside co-stars like Katie Holmes and Michelle Williams, he contributed to a series that shaped television drama for years to come. His work left a lasting mark on how coming-of-age stories were told. Family and personal life off-screen, Van Der Beek lived a grounded and family-focused life. He was married to Kimberly and was a devoted father to their 6 children. Family remained central to his identity, and he often spoke about it with genuine appreciation and care. Health journey and awareness. After being diagnosed with stage 3 colorectal cancer, he chose openness over silence. By sharing his experience, he helped raise awareness about early screening and encouraged others to take preventive health seriously, turning his personal struggle into public awareness. Legacy James Van Der Beek passed away at 48, remembered not only for his acting, but for his honesty, warmth, and courage. His legacy lives on through his work and the impact he had on both television and those who admired him. The jazz world has lost a deeply expressive and widely admired musician with the passing of Ken Peplowski at the age of 66. Born in 1959, he built a career defined by warmth, lyrical playing, and a distinctive sound that connected strongly with audiences around the world. His performances were known for their emotional clarity, where each phrase felt intentional and deeply felt. Musical career and influence, Peplowski became a respected figure in American jazz over several decades, celebrated for his mastery of both clarinet and saxophone. Beyond technical skill, he was valued for the emotional depth he brought to his music, turning performances into storytelling experiences. He played an important role in shaping regional jazz culture, particularly in Oregon, where he served as music director for the Oregon Coast Jazz Party in Newport and the Oregon Festival of American Music in Eugene, helping both events grow into celebrated platforms for jazz appreciation. Legacy and personal impact. Beyond his musical achievements, Peplowski was remembered for his kindness, curiosity, and openness to different styles of music. He was known to engage easily in conversations ranging from jazz standards to artists like the Beatles and Bob Dylan. As a collaborator and mentor, he encouraged fellow musicians and fostered a spirit of shared creativity. His passing leaves behind a legacy of artistry, generosity, and music that continues to resonate. Steve Harvey is a name millions recognize today, but his story begins far from bright lights and applause. As a boy, he once wrote a simple sentence on paper, "I want to be on TV." It sounded impossible in his world, a place where survival mattered more than ambition. Born in 1957 in a small working-class town, he grew up surrounded by hard labor and modest expectations. His father worked long days to provide, while his mother nurtured faith and resilience at home. Those early lessons shaped him deeply, but they did not shield him from doubt. When a teacher mocked his dream in front of classmates, it planted a painful memory. Yet that same moment quietly strengthened his resolve, turning a fragile wish into something stubborn and lasting. The boy who struggled to speak before he became known for quick wit and humor, Steve Harvey struggled with a severe stutter that made even simple conversations difficult. Speaking in class felt like stepping onto a stage without preparation, except the audience was unforgiving. Words would stall, syllables would repeat, and laughter from others made the experience even heavier. Instead of giving up, he adapted in silence. He learned to observe people closely, studying expressions, reactions, and behavior. Those quiet years sharpened instincts that would later define his comedic style. What seemed like a weakness slowly became an advantage. Still, the emotional weight was real. Being misunderstood or dismissed can shape how a person sees themselves. For Steve, those early struggles built both sensitivity and strength, preparing him in ways he could not yet understand. Searching for direction in early adulthood. Adulthood did not immediately bring clarity. Like many young people, Steve Harvey tried different paths without finding purpose. He attended college briefly but left before completing his studies. He worked a series of jobs, from factory lines to sales roles, each one offering stability but little fulfillment. On the outside, life appeared ordinary, but internally something felt missing. He had humor, charisma and presence, yet no clear direction. Friends recognized his ability to make people laugh, but turning that into a career seemed unrealistic. Responsibilities, including supporting a family, added pressure. By his late 20s, he faced a quiet frustration, knowing he was capable of more but unsure how to reach it. That tension became the turning point, the space where risk and possibility began to meet. The first step onto the stage. Everything changed when he was encouraged to try stand-up comedy. It was not a carefully planned decision, but rather a leap fueled by curiosity and courage. When he stepped onto a small stage for the first time, something clicked. The same voice that once struggled found rhythm and confidence. The audience responded, and for the first time he saw a path forward. It was not easy or guaranteed, but it felt right. That moment gave him a glimpse of what life could become if he followed his instincts. Encouraged by early success, he made a bold decision to pursue comedy seriously. It was a choice filled with uncertainty, but also with hope. Sometimes one opportunity is enough to change how a person sees their future. When the dream demanded everything, pursuing comedy full-time came at a cost. Financial stability quickly disappeared, and opportunities were inconsistent. Small gigs paid little, and travel expenses often outweighed earnings. The pressure affected his personal life, eventually leading to separation from his family. It was one of the hardest periods he faced, not because of failure, but because of sacrifice. Chasing a dream can sometimes mean letting go of comfort and security. For Steve Harvey, it meant starting over with very little. The excitement of performing remained, but reality was harsh. There were moments when giving up seemed reasonable, yet something deeper kept pushing him forward. The belief in that childhood dream refused to fade, even when circumstances suggested it should. Life on the road and lessons in survival. During this phase, life became a test of endurance. Steve Harvey spent years traveling between cities, performing wherever he could find an audience. Money was inconsistent and living conditions were often difficult. He developed routines just to manage basic needs, relying on resourcefulness and determination. Despite these challenges, he continued performing night after night, refining his craft. Each stage became a classroom, each audience a teacher. The contrast between making people laugh on stage and facing quiet struggles afterward was striking. Yet those experiences shaped his perspective. He began to understand people more deeply, connecting humor with real-life emotion. Over time, the hardships strengthened his voice, giving his comedy authenticity that audiences could feel. A break that changed everything. After years of persistence, an opportunity finally arrived that would change the course of his career. A chance to perform on a major platform opened doors he had been knocking on for years. This moment was not just about talent, it was about readiness. Every challenge he had faced prepared him for this stage. When he performed, he brought not only humor, but also confidence built through struggle. The response was immediate and powerful. Recognition followed along with new opportunities. For the first time, stability replaced uncertainty. It marked the beginning of a new chapter, one where his dream started becoming reality. Success did not erase the past, but it gave meaning to everything he had endured along the way, building a career and expanding influence. As his career grew, Steve Harvey became a prominent figure in entertainment. Television roles, hosting opportunities, and live performances expanded his reach. He was no longer just a comedian, he was becoming a brand. His ability to connect with audiences made him versatile, allowing him to move between different formats with ease. Shows and tours brought both recognition and financial success, yet he understood that staying relevant required adaptation. The entertainment industry evolves quickly, and longevity depends on growth. By embracing new opportunities, he continued to build momentum. Each step forward reflected not just talent, but also a willingness to evolve. His journey was no longer about survival, but about creating something lasting. Reinvention and finding a new voice. At a time when many careers slowed down, Steve Harvey chose to reinvent himself. Moving into radio and later writing, he discovered a new way to connect with people. His advice on relationships and life resonated with audiences who saw him as relatable and honest. This shift expanded his influence beyond entertainment into personal development. He was no longer just making people laugh. He was helping them reflect. Reinvention requires humility, the ability to start again in a different space. For Steve, it meant trusting his experiences and sharing them openly. This phase of his career showed that growth is not limited by age or past success. It is driven by willingness to change. Facing public challenges with accountability success also brought challenges, including moments of public scrutiny. Mistakes made on large platforms can feel overwhelming, especially when millions are watching. During one widely discussed incident, Steve Harvey handled the situation by taking responsibility rather than avoiding it. That choice mattered. Accountability is not easy, particularly under pressure, but it builds credibility. Instead of letting the moment define him negatively, he used it as a lesson. Public perception can shift quickly, but authenticity remains powerful. By addressing challenges directly, he demonstrated resilience. These experiences highlighted an important truth. Success does not remove difficulties, it changes their scale. How a person responds often defines their legacy more than the mistake itself. Legacy, purpose, and the meaning of the journey today. Steve Harvey's story represents more than success. It represents transformation. From a child with a dream to a global figure, his journey reflects persistence, adaptability, and faith. He has used his platform to mentor others, especially young people searching for direction. His message is simple but powerful. Where you start does not determine where you can go. The struggles, setbacks, and uncertainties are part of the process, not signs to stop. Looking back, his life is not a straight path, but a series of turns, each one shaping who he became. The dream he once wrote down still echoes, not just as a goal achieved, but as a reminder that belief, combined with action, can change everything.